What's up, guys? My name is Zach Black. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about a couple ways you can get more carbs and protein and whatnot if you're trying to bodybuild as a vegan. I find a lot of people that are bodybuilding as vegans, but they eat a lot of stuff that just really doesn't function well with me. So this video is mainly geared towards you guys that are kind of like me in the aspect that, you're not a beans and rice kind of guy, and you're trying to avoid a lot of the more unhealthy foods that'll just mess with your digestive system or just mess with your overall health. So I've mentioned that I've been doing experiments with different foods, and I've been doing this with kind of the intention to share with you guys what's going on. That way you guys can kind of have an idea of, at least from my experience, what is a good idea for eating and what's not. Now, everybody's different, so different foods might affect you differently than they affect me. So I have eczema, so if I eat certain foods, then my eczema will flare up, and I just avoid those foods normally. So what I eat is normally narrowed down to very few things. That way I know exactly what's causing it and what's not. So I can say, for one thing, I started incorporating lots of oats recently. Very high in protein, very high in carbs. Great way to get both. As a vegan, you're getting a lot of simple carbs from all the fruits you eat and whatnot. But when you eat oats, you're getting those complex carbs. And I tried getting these from pasta, which wasn't really the best experience, to be honest. It kind of messed with my eczema a lot when I was eating pasta. Plus, pasta has like this almost like endless effect. It doesn't have very much nutritional value to it. It's mainly just carbs and protein, and that's just all you're getting. It just doesn't really have much nutrition other than that. So a lot of times you'll be eating pasta and you just keep eating and eating and eating, and it's so starchy as well that it also has kind of an addictive factor. So not only is it kind of empty nutritionally, but it's also kind of addictive because it's so starchy. So I don't know. I don't really recommend pasta too much, mainly because it messes with my eczema, and I just end up overeating it a lot. So not very helpful in my opinion. Oats, totally different though. I don't know what it is with oats, man. They're just so filling, and they really do pack quite a nutritional punch. And the great thing is, oats are a very common staple amongst bodybuilders, whether they're vegan or not. So this is a great one you can carry over if you're just transitioning from being on a typical diet into being a vegan and you still want to bodybuild. It's absolutely possible to be a vegan bodybuilder. I mean, I'm not very big myself yet, so I'm not going to be sitting here showing off gains, but I am working on it, and as soon as I'm heading to a gym, I'm sure my progress is going to speed up quite significantly. So definitely looking forward to that. Anyway, for now, I'm just going to keep giving you guys diet tips, as well as, whatever other tips I come along, or I find out along my own way. So throwing oats in the smoothie, though, if you don't really like to eat oats by themselves, for me, when I first was eating oats, I was using apples and cinnamon. I started making them with with bananas and cinnamon instead, and that was just like 10 times better. I could eat just bowls of it at that point. Well, not really. It fills me up too quick, but it's delicious is the factor there, with the banana and cinnamon, and both of which are fantastic for you as well. And that as a breakfast kind of cereal is fantastic. You could also soak the oats. I like to soak them overnight and then throw them in a smoothie in the morning. I just added them in with my smoothie that I usually made, and it ended up tasting fine. So it's pretty fantastic. Another thing, the protein powders. I find protein powders to be pretty key if you're going to be a vegan bodybuilder. Now, a lot of people, they've been talking about, like, you don't really need that much protein. Even I mentioned that you don't really need that much protein. But I honestly don't think that a protein powder is really going to hurt you at all. Obviously, if you can't afford one, then you know, you don't need to use it. I'm sure you could still make plentiful progress without it, but adding it on with what you're doing, I feel like is only really going to assist you in, you know, your progress and building faster. So, adding in a protein powder to your smoothie as well on top of the oats, you could have yourself a very high protein breakfast. I know the smoothie I make, I split it into 2 halves. I normally drink half before my workout and then half after. And I think altogether that's around like 60 something grams of protein. I don't know the exact number because obviously I put a different amount of oats in there each time, fluctuating a little bit. So it's probably around 60 grams of protein though, which is pretty ridiculous for a vegan breakfast. You know, a lot of people, they get that much if you're making a big breakfast with eggs and everything. This is literally just a smoothie and it's getting you that much grams of protein. And if you could drink the smoothie and have like a bowl of oats too, you're getting a lot. you're doing pretty good at that point, guys. That's definitely going to be a lot of protein in that breakfast. Although eating that much in one meal is probably not necessary. I would say, like, for me, it's just easier to do the smoothie. Some people would rather eat something like the oatmeal instead. That's cool too. Like I said, you can throw a couple bananas in there and some cinnamon. Freaking amazing. Or maybe you like the apples and cinnamon better. Everybody's different. So try it both ways, man. Maybe you'll like both. Who knows? That's just what works for me. So a couple things to avoid though. For me personally that I found, the pasta is one. I don't really like pasta for my eczema and it's addictive. Peanut butter, same thing, kind of has addictive qualities to it. And it sludges up your system though. That's the really bad one. I hate anything that really sludges up my intestines. It just messes with my digestion in a negative way. Now I've had multiple surgeries involving, having appendicitis and stuff like that. So, my digestive system's probably a bit different than others. But I just know peanut butter messes with my digestive system and my eczema. So I'm not messing with it. Beans and rice is another one. I even mentioned this a while back. I used to eat beans and rice all the time. But back then I didn't notice that it actually affected my digestive system so much, and now it really does, especially since I've been eating stuff that just really flows well. So whenever I eat beans and rice or peanut butter, I immediately notice that backing up sensation and just everything starts flowing weird. So definitely not my cup of tea. So that's about it, guys. I think that was my little 2 cents of tips here. I think we already talked about the other smoothie video. I was wanting to correct that because I was talking about drinking that other smoothie and having that be your only source of protein and carbs and everything, which does work. It's definitely something that seems like it can make you maintain your muscle mass, but otherwise you're kind of still losing it a little bit. You're losing a lot of weight, and you might be maintaining your muscle, but I would say you're losing a little bit, but you're maintaining most of it with that kind of diet. Anyway, that's not what you want to be doing. If you're trying to bulk up, I'm trying to help you guys bulk up because that's what I'm doing right now. Sadly, I can't really do any heavy lifting because I'm not in a gym. But I will be soon, and that's going to be interesting. I might even have, I might update you guys on my progress a little more at that point. I don't know if I'm going to make a video posing or anything like that, but I might give you guys like measurements and like kind of like number statistic process, or progress, not process. So, sorry, I'm so tired today, guys. I keep messing up as I'm talking. It's hilarious. But anyway, guys, incorporating oats is definitely a useful one. And protein powders. I think the protein powders, pea protein, your best friend. Hemp protein's also another good one. and then oats. Those are my three that I've been incorporating recently. Sweet potatoes again are another one. Those just have so much nutrient density. I mean, sweet potatoes are the shit, to be honest, and they taste great. So, and they actually didn't taste good when I first tried them. So if it's your first time trying a sweet potato, try eating them a couple times before you actually decide like, oh, I don't like them, because I don't know what it is. I ate them the first time, and I was just like, these are gross. Like, what the hell? Where are my normal potatoes? But I ate them a couple more times, and I just loved them after that. I could eat them literally just by themselves. I don't have to add anything to them, and they're just fantastic. But obviously, that might not be the case with everybody. Again, guys, I also want to stress that it's important that you do your own experimenting, because some of you might not want as many carbs. You might notice you're just getting fatter if you eat a bunch of carbs, and you might notice that you need more protein. You might need a lot less protein. You might actually be able to just make these smoothies and stuff and get all the protein you need from that, rather than actually needing to supplement protein. But, it really depends on you. Some of you might actually need to have a lower carb diet and more protein than anything else. So in that case, you definitely would want a protein powder, because that's a good way to kind of cheat your protein up more and more without actually like getting a crap ton of carbs and getting a crap ton of fats. So so good though, guys. Definitely do your own experimenting. It's kind of fun, I mean, if there was just like a one size fits all kind of diet for everybody to be, ripped as fuck and just completely in shape, it would kind of remove a little bit of the fun. So I don't know. I feel like just experimenting around with different diets and different workout routines and just different stuff that works for you, it just really makes it fun. So anyway, feel free to experiment, guys. But I'm going to share with you guys what I'm learning, just to, streamline your guys' experience a little more if possible. But I just definitely want you guys to know that it's like, it's different for everybody. So there really is no like one size fits all kind of diet, no matter what anybody tells you. So everybody's different. Your genetics are different. Some people just respond to different things differently. So you got to pay attention to your own body. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling on for a while now, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like if you feel compelled, and subscribe if you want to as well. And more importantly though, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and much love to you.